Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Professor Dr. Rizwan Jamil Qureshi. Welcome to the new lecture of Software Engineering 2 or Advanced Software Engineering. In the previous lecture, we talked about unit testing. Today we are starting integration testing. So what is an integration testing? Integration testing is performed to integrate the modules or components or applications. So that's the concept, like you have team of 3 to 4 members and you develop one module as a single member, second module by the second member, third module by the third member, fourth module by the fourth member, like withdraw, ATM system having withdraw module, transfer cash, deposit cash, check balance. After that, you need to integrate them. So then once you integrate, or whenever you made a change into the system, you need to perform unit testing and then integration testing. The main objective during the integration testing to check the interconnectivity and intercommunication between or among the modules. So there are two important things. One, interconnectivity, like hyperlinks. Then we check intercommunication. How we check intercommunication? We have to check interfaces. So there are types of interfaces, like we have import interface, we have export interface. An import interface is created when a component needs services from another component or from another module. An export interface is created when a component or module provides service to other component. Masala, for example, ATM has a network, and every country it has different name. Like in Pakistan, we call the one link system, and in Saudi Arabia, we call it MADA. I will take example of MADA in Saudi Arabia because I'm stayed here. We have Bank of Riyadh, Arab National Bank, SNB, Saudi National Bank, Al Ahli, it is called, and there are other banks available. And they all are standardized under one network, it's called MADA. Like I am account holder of SNB Al Ahli. I will go to any ATM system which is located near my home. Like I went to Bank of Riyadh system. Once I insert my card, the Bank of Riyadh system will create an import interface to call SNB system, ATM system. And SNB will provide an export interface to authenticate my card. So import interface is created to check whether this account holder has valid card, and export interface is provided, which is providing service that this card is valid. Then I will enter my PIN. Again, import interface is created by Bank of Riyadh system, and export interface is created by Bank of SNB, Saudi National Bank. Then PIN authentication is done. Then transaction menu will come. Then I will select withdraw, and I select, like there are 1000 Riyal, 2000 Riyal, 3000 Riyal, 4000 Riyal, 5000 Riyal, or other amount. I will select 5000 Riyal. Again, an import interface created, and Bank of Riyadh system will call SNB to check whether this account holder has this balance in his account or not. Then SNB will provide an export interface and will confirm yes, he has or he has not. If he has, yes, condition is there, then transaction will be done and money will be calculated. You will hear the noise of calculating the money, and card will be ejected and money will come. After that, receipt will come. And then an import interface is created by SNB to update the account, and Bank of Riyadh system will provide export interface that this account holder has made a transaction of 5,000 riyal, and import interface is created by SNB to update my account. So this is import interface and export intercommunication between or among the modules with example. Then whenever we introduce change, as I just covered, you need to perform unit testing and then integration testing. How many strategies of integration testing we have? That is the next question. We have two types, top-down integration and bottom-up integration. Top-down means you have to develop from top to down, modules or components or the objects. And bottom up means you start from the lower modules and then you move upwards. Under the top down, you have further two types, depth first and breadth first. Depth first means you have hierarchical chart like Microsoft Office, Word, PowerPoint, Excel. Then in Word, you have file menu, you have home menu, design menu, transitions, animation, slideshow, review, view. That's the menu of the PowerPoint. So in depth first, you start from the file and home menu and you start developing the functions and the methods. And in the breadth first, you design, file, then home, then design, then animation. So you develop modules in the breadth. When you have top-down integration, you develop a module, and to check the interconnectivity with the lower module, you use stubs. So what is a stub? That's the next question. Stub is a dummy module which has no functionality. No code is written, just name of the module is there and you just integrate. So you have hyperlinks. You check the interconnectivity, but you cannot check import interface and export interface because no data will be transferred, no data will be exchanged between these two modules. So you develop a component and then you have a stub. When you develop the actual component, like you are moving from top to down, you remove the stub and replace the actual module. And then you perform regression testing. Regression testing means you repeat all the tests for unit testing and the integration testing. The main problem, stubs at lower level doesn't have any data flow, upward or downward. Delay as many tests if you are using stubs until you replace the stub with the actual module. Or you have to spend extra effort, extra cost, extra time, extra resources, extra overhead, in short, to have stubs with limited functionalities. Or use bottom-up strategy. That is some choices while performing the top-down integration. While in the case of bottom-up, you start developing the lower module and you use drivers. Driver has module with limited functionality. So you develop a module and then you use a driver upward which has some limited functionality, so you can check the hyperlinks, interconnectivity, and you can check the data export, import, export, data exchange, interconnectivity and intercommunication both. Then, as I just covered, whenever you made a change in the software, you have to perform regression and smoke testing. Regression I already covered. Repeat all tests whenever you integrate a new module. Then, why you perform regression testing? Because whenever you integrate new module, new data flow paths are established, new input output may occur, new control logic is initialized or invoked. This is the reason we need to perform repeated tests. Smoke testing, like a smoker. It is most widely practiced in agile software development because smoking is done on daily basis. It's not weekly or monthly. Regression is weekly or monthly. In agile, because you have to deliver a release within 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 week cycle, and changes are made frequently within the application, within the modules. So whatever you develop the module, you test it on daily basis. You perform integration testing on daily basis to check the interconnectivity and intercommunication. It is suitable for agile projects. Whole build is tested from top to down or down to top using smoke testing. The main advantages, because you have no time for maintenance later on, so it's precautionary measure that as you test it, as bugs are reported, you fix them instead of delaying after 1 week or 2 weeks or monthly. Quality will be very high because you are fixing the bugs on regular basis, on daily basis. Easy to detect the errors, easy to fix them. So testing is easy, maintenance is easy, and the code is of small size. And it is very easy to measure the velocity of the project, that you are going in right direction according to the planned budget, planned schedule, and the actual schedule, actual cost. So Sirat Mustaqim, the planned budget, planned schedule, and the Shaitan path is the actual budget, actual schedule. So you try to keep them as close as possible, so you will not go to hell, you will reach to Jannah, you will reach to heaven, and you have a successful project. Then what is system testing? After you integrate, you need to perform system testing to test the whole application. After integrating the modules which were performing their functionality at unit level, at individual level, after becoming part of system, they are still performing their functionality or not as a whole application, as one unit. The main reasons to perform system testing: we can test both functional and non-functional requirements. You have high dependability in software. Risk management is done to make sure all requirements are implemented and software is ready for acceptance testing. Main advantages of system testing: independent viewpoint, because the team will sit together and will test the system testing, will perform the system testing, and you can have independent views from different team members. Customers viewpoint in case of agile software development, because project manager is working as a representative of customer. In XP we call it product specialist, and Scrum we call it product owner. To find bugs which are still uncovered by the testing team or by the development team, and we test the product with real data, with real-time environment data of the customer. Main types of system testing is the next topic. there are 4 types of system testing: recovery testing, security testing, stress testing, and performance testing. Recovery, we test the system that if there is a bug or there is an attack of virus, how much time it will take to recover. So for example, mean time to repair and mean time to failure are measured. And objective is what is the mean time between failure. That indicates the reliability of the software, and mean time between failure is equal to mean time to failure plus mean time to repair. Then we also check availability during the recovery testing, that how much time it is available for the users. In practice, it should have availability of 99.999%, like Amazon, Gmail, Google, Hotmail, Yahoo, banking application. So availability is equal to mean time to failure divided by, in parentheses, mean time to failure plus mean time to repair multiplied by 100. Then you have security testing. In security testing, we test the system that how you can penetrate into the software. So you check the penetration, that hacker can penetrate, what are the loopholes. You try to fix those loopholes during the security testing. Objective is to crack the system and hack the server like a hacker. I remember I was in Malaysia, and Malaysia has a national bank, it's called Maybank. Like in Pakistan, we have National Bank, in Saudi Arabia, SNB, Saudi National Bank. In Malaysia, we have Maybank. Maybank announced a competition in the newspaper that the person who will hack our bank server, we will reward him 100,000 ringgit. The Malaysian currency is ringgit, or Malaysian dollar is also called. So one guy hacked the Maybank server. So he not only was rewarded, but Maybank hired him as a network administrator. Similarly, NASA, FBI, CIA, they have competition, and they invited top university students of MIT, Stanford, Harvard, and to hack their servers, to find out the loopholes and to identify maximum number of loopholes to stop the penetration of the hacker. Then you have stress testing. Stress testing is also called load testing, that how much your application can bear the load, because over the internet there are unlimited number of users and there is a load management problem, so efficiency problem is there. To increase the input data management, maximum memory consumption, this all checked during the stress testing. How many interrupts, like in operating system we have interrupts, how many interrupts it can handle. Like if server can respond 10 requests per second, we will try to send 20 requests, 30 requests, 100 requests. Objective is to check what is the maximum load it can bear and what are the resources you need in the real-time environment. Then what is performance testing? That is the fourth type of system testing. After having all this, we check the efficiency and performance. After having the stress testing, that how fast, how quickly it responds to the users. So that's the response time is acceptable or not. That is tested during the performance testing. Then you have acceptance testing. There are two types of acceptance testing, and acceptance testing is always done by the customer. We have alpha testing and beta testing. In alpha testing, we call the customer at the software company side to test in front of the development team. It is also called control testing or lab testing or contrived testing. We will not allow the users to enter invalid input. Like name is there and user is trying to enter number there, we will stop him. What are you doing? Have you seen any name with a number? Similarly, Jawal number is there and he is trying to enter character there, ABC. We will ask him, what are you doing? Ishada. You don't know? Have you seen any Jawal number with ABC or DEF or special character? We'll stop him because we don't want error will come, because our software is our product is like our child, like parents. As a parent, I don't want anybody will abuse my child. So we'll stop him to do something abnormal with the system. That is the reason it's called control testing or lab testing. Anyhow, the bugs reported during the alpha, they are fixed, they are maintained, and then we release the software for beta testing at the customer side. It is also called uncontrolled testing or uncontrived testing. Now, the customer will ask his employees to crash the system, to enter whatever they want, to find maximum number of defects. The bugs reported by the customers are called defects, and bugs reported by the software company are called errors. To identify maximum number of defects, after that a report is submitted to the software company. It's called defects report, and then again developers will maintain the software, will fix those bugs. Again there will be a cycle of alpha testing and beta testing until customer approves the beta. Then we ask the customer to release the payment. As payment is released, we will release the final version or upload the final version over the server. So that's the main phases of testing. Then you have automated testing tools like NUnit for .NET, JUnit for Java, PHP unit for PHP, and there are a lot of advantages of automated testing: time saving, cost saving, effort saving, resource saving. Thank you very much. Jazakallah khair. May Allah bless you. Assalamu alaikum.